New York Sports Exchange, episode number 205. USA. 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 Oh, yeah,
Gold
baby.
medal, baby. We got it.
The United States men's hockey team and women's hockey team. It's our sport.
We beat Canada twice.
We own
Fuck
you.
'em
We
up
own
north.
Canada.
Fuck 'em up
We
north,
own Canada.
dude.
Hockey is our fourth sport. Let's all be honest. Let's be honest here. Hockey's the fourth sport. Football, baseball, basketball, hockey. Our fourth sport is we are better. We own Canada.
You want to talk about domination, Stan? The last 9 games, I think 9, maybe now it's 10, that the U.S. women's team has played Canada, we've shelled them. We've beat them every single time. So we own them on both sides, men's and women's.
Own them.
So let's fucking
Completely
go.
own them.
Let's
go. What an
Olympics.
What a game. What 2 great games between the men and women for both the United States and Canada.
What a great Olympic game, Stan.
Fantastic
the whole slate
Olympic
was
games.
Fantastic.
It was awesome. It made the group games because watching Slovakia and Italy was not fun. Like watching Finland go up 11. I mean, credit to the Italians. That goalie was ridiculous.
Beauty, second round pick. That he's going to be a beauty.
That goalie was ridiculous until he wasn't anymore. But I think he's on a team right now, right? He's with the Ducks organization, if I'm not mistaken.
Second round pick,
okay.
Yeah, I believe so.
So, a hell of a job by the United States. We will recap the game. Fantastic video by
Connor fucking Hellebuyck.
Connor Hellebuyck,
Stan,
man.
the people were loving it. The people were loving that video,
God,
Stan.
That was so funny. Because
it's a rightful reaction. I mean, you're warranted.
It was
a
rightful
reaction. You're warranted for that reaction.
I am very warranted for that. Absolutely. Of all the freakouts that I've had over stuff, I've been told many times, oh, calm down. Oh my God. Oh my God. No.
This one you earned.
I'm never going to calm down. I am never going to calm down.
Not for USA, baby.
What a game. And I just think with overtime too, I had my phone out just to record myself only if the United States scored. Because I was just
Yeah, you don't need
depressing
on the time.
Reaction. It'd be depressing. I don't want to add to more poor reaction videos if Canada wins. So every time the United States would get the puck, I just hold down the record button. I'm just like, please, something, please.
American hero, Stan. Jack Hughes chips the tooth, then scores the goal, baby.
American hero.
What a beauty.
Absolutely. We are going. This is going to be a quick episode. We do have some other conflicts ahead of time, so we're going to do this real quick. So
also, not a lot of sports really, other than the Olympics was on, so there's really not much to talk about.
Yes, and we are in the not the dog days of college basketball, but we are in the it's getting to that time. Something's brewing in college basketball. It's getting to be that time. So we'll talk about college basketball, NFL. It was Combine week. I believe the Combine ends today, if I'm not mistaken.
Shout out Aaron Glenn. Shout out, falling asleep. Love that.
Aaron Glenn. Speaking of the Jets, they trade Jermaine Johnson for T'Vondre Sweat. I honestly think that's a great trade for you guys.
Love it. I think it's a win-win for both sides. They got Salo back there. That was his guy. And now we get a run stuffer that we need desperately. I mean, I love it.
It's so crazy to me how you have a GM with a head on his shoulders, and it's the complete polar opposite with your head coach.
Unbelievable.
Unreal. I don't know how that's going to work. It may not, but
and the guy working the camera for NFL Network, he knew what he was doing. When he panned on
diabolical.
You knew what you were doing. You knew what you were doing.
Diabolical with Aaron Glenn. Diabolical. We will talk about the quarterback market. So, nothing really combine centric. The combine's just really when all the GMs and the head coaches are together and talk about trades and free agents. So that's what's been happening. So quarterbacks, especially Malik Willis, $30 million a year he's drawing. God.
Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of buzz.
We'll see with Malik Willis. Malik Willis. Talk about other quarterbacks too. Let's get it started. For the first time since 1980, the United States men's hockey team are Olympic gold medalists. What a time.
I still have chills hearing that. I have chills hearing that. I mean,
that's I don't think I've felt such, and I know I haven't experienced much with my teams winning. I think my latest championship win is Duke back in 2015. But the sheer joy, I think still it'll hit me holy shit, we fucking won. But there was a moment there's all throughout the whole day, like Sunday afternoon, all day Monday, all day Tuesday. Like I just have like this gleeful smile on my face. Because I still can't believe we fucking won that game. Because that game should have been like 6-1.
I'm still smiling. Oh my God, Connor Hellebuyck. I mean, UMass Lowell. I mean, he's the pride and joy of UMass Lowell, and rightfully so. MVP of the NHL last year, MVP of this whole fucking tournament. Yeah. I mean, he is unbelievable. He stood on his head, and he pretty much saved the game for USA. I mean, he kept us in it, and it was unbelievable performance by him. I mean, a few of those saves, and McKinnon missing the open net. Oh, geez, Stan. When McKinnon missed that open net, I took a deep breath. But that stick save he had back when he reached back and paddled it out of the net. Oh, put that in the Hall of Fame already. I mean, that's like might be the greatest U.S. hockey picture ever taken. That was insane.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was gonna be. God, I'm speechless. It's almost like a full week later since that game, and I am absolutely just speechless.
And just the fact,
I still can't believe it. And now, yeah,
yeah. Well, I've just everyone coming together, Stan, like putting everything aside, being a united country. It was just everyone hugging everyone. It felt awesome. Like it was just, and it's crazy that hockey brings everyone together like that.
It was such a great moment. I mean, we won't dive into the aftermath, but I will say, like, it was great up until that moment.
Forget about that. We're worried about the game right now.
Forget about it. We're worried about the fucking game here. I don't care about who's in the locker room right now. It's literally the pure just exuberance and joy that I felt. And dude, we were at Noonan's. Like we were all like when they hoisted the flag, like the entire bar was like hand over the heart fucking national anthem. And it was,
I'm getting chills thinking about all this.
It is honestly, it's probably I think that's one of the best experiences I've had watching sports in my life.
Probably the coolest game I think I've seen in a long time.
I've felt something like that in a bar where everyone just had a common interest, common goal, and it was something that I will carry with me for the rest of my life.
And you know what? Ryan Whitney said it best, too, because this isn't just about the team. Like, this is U.S. hockey as a whole. Like, the kids playing Pee Wee right now, the kids playing squirts. Like, we're building this USA hockey culture in the States to be the best in the world. And they put it out there and pay, like, I'm a part of this. Like, I played U.S. hockey. I was part of the U.S. hockey system. Like, I grew up playing U.S. hockey. Like, this is something that, like, I dreamed of playing in, but, I didn't play in it, but I feel part of it. I feel like I'm a part of getting that gold medal.
I never laced up a pair of skates in my life, and I feel
part
of it.
You coached.
I coached.
You coached the men's leagues under USA hockey restrictions, Stan. You coached.
I coached USA. Am I a gold medalist, technically speaking?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like a gold medalist, Stan. I feel like I'm like, this is a common goal. We all came together, and it's so awesome to see. Since 1980, I mean, this is
fantastic. And now
what we work for.
And now, especially, and don't get me wrong, 1980 is one of the greatest moments in the history.
Probably the greatest.
Probably the greatest moment,
but
not only in the history of American sports, American hockey, but hockey in general. But it's nice now that we don't have to look back to 1980 because that's no longer the standard.
Stan. We look back to last week.
That is no longer the standard. Like that team is the standard now. Mm-hmm. And now future teams 4, 8, 12, 16 years from now, they're going to look at that team and then they could be the next one. Who knows? But it's nice that we honestly, like, let's all be honest here. Were you kind of getting tired of the Miracle stuff? As much as the movie was great and fantastic and the speech by Herb Brooks is phenomenal, we were getting tired of it a little bit because we're looking back.
It's been so long.
This is the Jimmy Carter administration, man.
46 years ago. Like, I mean, come on.
Yeah. Come on now. Like, it's almost half a century since that.
But you know what? We did it this year. And the thing I love about this is we got the World Cup of Hockey in 2028. The buzz around this team, a lot of these guys are going to want to go. USA Hockey is going to continue to win and win and win. A lot of these guys are going to play for that team.
If they were willing to die for their country in the Four Nations, they were willing to die for their country in the World Cup of Hockey.
Exactly. Like and that's 2 years away in 2028. Like, we can go out and win that now. Like, I have a buzz and energy that I didn't feel I had before. After that Four Nations, it was deflating. Like, yeah, I know we lost in overtime. Then we got our get back in the bigger stage. We got the gold medal. We got really what matters. And I got to hang a banner or something outside my house, Stan. I'm just so happy. God. And the Johnny Gaudreau tribute after, too. my God.
Dude, if
Unbelievable.
you weren't like crying or on the verge of tears, I believe that you don't have a soul.
Yeah, I mean, it was just an emotional moment. They brought his children on the ice, holding his jersey with a picture from the team. Like they held his jersey in a stall the whole tournament. Like he would have been there. He would have been a part of this, and it's glad that, they went out and they won it for him. Like it's just it's unbelievable.
Once I found out that it was little Johnny Gaudreau's birthday on the anniversary of the Miracle on Ice, I was like, "There's no dude, we're winning this fucking.
There's no way we were gonna lose it. There's no way we were gonna lose that game.
We are winning this fucking game right now.
There was never a chance we were gonna lose that game. And even though we got outshot 50-20, like you can look at whatever. Who cares? We won.
Scoreboard.
Yeah, get
Scoreboard,
a better goal.
Canada.
Yeah, Binnington's not holding it down. Duh. I mean, I've been saying that for years.
So it's just thank God we just know it's just a TD Garden thing, not
just get him out of here.
Game Binnington thing.
Get him out of here. He has done nothing to earn that. I'm not even a Canada fan. He's done nothing to earn that spot. I don't care about Four Nations. I don't care about any of this bullshit. He won a cup in 2019. Like, you have better options. They stuck with that. They faced the consequences. We're here to, USA Hockey's here, Stan. We're ready to go.
It's here. We're the standard now. We are the standard of international hockey.
We're gold medalists for the next 4 years.
And to think too that this year, I looked at Tage Thompson. He scored that overtime winner in the World Championships against Switzerland. These guys want to play for USA. They don't care. They want to fucking play for the United States.
And this is the first time in a long time that we could say, you go back down the line. I know David Backes was a hell of a player, but when you have headlining guys like David Backes and Doug Wade, I know Doug Wade's great, but USA is at a different point now where these guys have energy, youth, where we can compete with anyone at the highest level of skill, and they want to be there. They want to keep representing the country, and that's something we haven't had in a while. So it feels great that we have a youth movement that's ready to go, ready to play, and I'm just excited, man. I'm excited for the future of U.S. hockey. It's a big stepping stone.
Real quick, we'll treat this like it's the basketball Olympic team. Who would be not including guys from this Olympic team? Who could possibly be new players for the World Cup of Hockey and the Olympics? Who are you thinking?
Well, I mean, Jason Robertson's the first one that comes to mind. I know they didn't make the team this year. Yeah, Cole Caulfield too. Yeah, those are probably the two guys. I mean, you take a look at Lane Hudson also. I know he didn't get the bid this year and he was a little upset, but he's got phenomenal skill as a U.S. defenseman. And all those guys have youth. I mean, they're young. These are guys that are going to grow into their 30s playing USA hockey.
I do want to say, I gave Bill Guerin a lot of shit for the team that he built.
Stick taps to Vincent Trocheck and JT Miller 100% on the penalty.
And I said to you, they're going to fucking try, they're going to give it all they got. And then next thing you know, last night you see JT Miller half-assed on a Mishkov play in overtime to lose the game.
That has to drive you up a wall. It has to drive you up a wall.
That's poetry. Absolute poetry. And then the milk drinker comment. Dude, I get it. I get it. Don't get me wrong. Here's the moment. You just won the Olympics. You just lifted the 46-year piano off your back.
The weight of a country off your shoulders.
Well, that's a tough quote, especially if you're Adam Fox. For those that don't know, let me find the quote right now. So Adam Fox did not make the team, even though actually he was healthy when the team was announced, but he did not make the team despite not being injured, and it did not seem like he was too happy about that. I was a little more annoyed that we chose Brock Faber over Adam Fox, which was don't get me started.
We can't have any complaints anymore, Stan. We fucking won. I mean, people were giving slack for Brock Nelson being on the team. Look how good he did out there. I mean, that line with him and Hughes.
Brock Nelson was amazing. Brock Nelson's having a fantastic. I didn't know Brock Nelson was a 30-goal scorer.
Oh, he's unfucking believable, Stan. But there was people on Twitter giving him slack. We have guys like Robertson with the same production. Brock Nelson has that two-way game that you can't find anywhere else.
So Sullivan said to an NHL.com reporter, "The team was built with personality in mind. We were loaded with personality up and down our lineup. There are whiskey drinkers and milk drinkers, and we've got a lot of whiskey drinkers on this team." Adam Fox is a milk drinker.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, especially when that's your head coach. That's your head coach.
That's your head coach too. I get it. I get the comment. Dude, you just won the Olympics. You just lifted this curse.
But he's right.
You don't know what to think. But
dude, every guy in that team was willing to go to battle. Willing to lose. Look at Jack Hughes. That picture's unbelievable. He's got a missing tooth. His mouth is bleeding. He's got American flag draped over his shoulder after scoring the goal, the golden goal. as some people are going to call it now.
They were ready. They were ready to go to war, and yeah. But this whole Fox thing, he was asked about it, and he was basically like, let's wait till the end of the season if I want out or not."
Yeah,
And I will say, and now like if they do trade Adam Fox, like I'm like a part of me, and now
you'll get a lot back.
We'll get a lot back. I would expect it's like Eric Carlson, like
I would say that, or like a Quinn Hughes.
The San Jose
I would think a
trade.
Quinn Hughes type trade.
Or a Quinn Hughes type even. Well, I will be happy about the package, and I will be happy about
the
Rangers. The Rangers picking a lane. Like last year when they traded for JT Miller, they didn't pick a lane. Like that. Like, are you contending? Are you rebuilding? Like, you can't do both at the same time.
They still really haven't picked that lane yet.
And they still haven't picked that lane. But I think if they trade Fox, it'll definitely be them picking a lane. Do I think they should do it? No, that's my guy.
Trade deadline's in like 6 days.
There are some delusional people in this fucking fan base that think that we should trade him and think that hockey should still be played like it was back in the 90s. That's wrong. I know a lot of people that want Adam Fox traded for somewhere. Why the fuck would you want it? Sorry. All right.
I understand. I understand what you're saying. Listen, it's a bad year. Like, you don't want to judge, one year off of
it's a Norris Trophy winning defenseman.
Yeah, like it's tough to give up on a guy like that. Like, yeah. I will say, speaking about the comments, I love that reporter hitting Connor McDavid with the hardest hitting question of all time.
That's insane. That was insane. So basically, McDavid was asked by this reporter when he got back to Edmonton before their game on Wednesday. He was asked, Gretzky and Crosby found their way to Stanley Cups and gold medals. What was it going to be this hard? And he was like, like, what a fucking insane question. Like, crazy. No fucks, but a lot of fucks given.
Yeah. I mean, well, McDavid was like, wow, asking me the hard hitting one.
He was like, thank you. Thank you for that.
I mean, yeah. Well, I mean, when you're on that pedestal, it's tough to be asked these questions.
Yeah, I've been using a GPS. It's been getting me nowhere.
Yeah,
really? Like, come on, dude.
Yeah, it's definitely a fresh wound. You don't want to ask that question, but you know what? Playing in Canada and being the face of Canadian hocky, like, it comes with those pressures. And I'm not saying McDavid had a bad tournament by any means. He was pretty fucking unbelievable, but
one Olympic MVP.
Yeah, he's pretty unfucking believable. But nothing. Olympic MVP. He won the Conn Smythe. You lose the cup. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, come on. Like, what do you like?
Horrible luck. I do want to touch up on the women real quick, just for these last 2 minutes, and then we'll get to football.
The U.S. women's team is unfucking believable. That was just
domination the whole Olympics. There was that little
Caroline Harvey stan is unfucking believable. She on the back end, what'd she have, like 11 points? I mean, she was...
I believe so.
Unbelievable.
I'll check right now. Yeah, but a lot of Megan Keller. Like, imagine just like losing the Olympics like that, just like getting dangled. Like, you're not gonna live with yourself.
It was the grossest move probably in the entire Olympic of any like men's win. I mean, she just came in, little toey around, inside out. It was just disgusting. It was gross.
I was at work watching it, and the amount of people that like the toe drag or the dangle, and then everyone just goes, and then just pure, just like, fuck yeah, when that puck went through the net.
And you know what, too, is the overtime was kind of at a stalemate. It was a lot of neutral zone play. They were clogging it up, and you felt like, the first team to get a break was going to put one home. And we made that break happen ourselves. What a fucking move. What a finish. I mean, it's just... And you know what? I'll give it to Team Canada for the women's team. I know putting together Hockey in Canada, they got a lot of slack for taking a bunch of older players for the Canadian women's team. They wanted that experience. There were some more skilled younger girls out there, but I mean, they held their own, man. That was a hard fought game to the end. OT winner against a Team USA team that they hadn't beaten in now. I think it's 10 games now. They stuck their nose and they played hard, but again, USA on top, baby.
Whew. All right. Also, shout out to Kenny Albert too. What a job.
Jeez, unbelievable.
What a job. That's my guy.
Like,
that's a Rangers guy.
Shout out Brendan Burke
too.
Brendan Burke. I mean,
Brendan Burke was great. Everyone was great.
Is broadcasting in New York just the best in all sports? I mean, you have the Mets,
it has
Islanders.
Green.
Yeah, like
just the Cohen, MSG guys.
Well, you got Cohen. You got Mets booth pretty good.
All right. We got exactly 1 month till baseball. Let's
Mets are on right now.
But yeah. Also, AL and NL Central offseason grades next episode. We did the AL and NL East last week. AL Central, NL Central offseason grades next week. All right. Let's go to football. Combine week. Let's start with the Jets really quick. So the Jets player-for-player trade. Jermaine Johnson goes to Tennessee. He's back with Robert Saleh. Devondre Sweat goes to the New York Jets. I like this trade. It's a win-win.
Me too.
Win-win
for
both sides. Both sides.
Struggling teams helping each other out. I have no problem with this. But you know what? It slots now. Averill Reese is a Jet. I mean, if it wasn't clear enough already.
Reese. Okay.
Arvell Reese. I mean, if it wasn't clear already, now they're going to get an edge rusher, and I think that's the guy they're going to go
solid.
after.
He's solid.
Yeah.
It's a very edge rusher heavy first round.
Well, I think that's why they were ready to move Jermaine Johnson for that. Yeah.
Ruben Bain's pretty good. David Bailey's pretty good too, despite the short arms. And then Arvell Reese too. I mean, I watched his 40.
He's a beast.
Yeah, he's pretty fucking good. Yeah, so I'll have the big board. I'll have the big board typed out for our draft preview. Ready to go. I'm locked in on that.
I'm like Ty Simpson said. He had a great interview with the Jets. He Jets, Jets.
A lot of people like Ty Simpson.
If you want to be a Jet, by all means, I want you here.
If you want to wait it out, though, I like Brennan Sorsby. He was the Cincinnati quarterback. He just transferred to Texas Tech. I do like that guy a lot, but
listen,
I don't think you want to wait.
I don't think they're going to put the quarterback in immediately, whoever they draft. I think obviously it's going to be a waiting period. They'll probably get some sort of vet to fill that role. Hopefully, I really don't want to throw another guy into the fire, but we'll see. I'm liking the buzz around the Jets right now. Other than Aaron Glenn falling asleep at the combine, I'm liking the buzz around the Jets right now.
That's that they were in the control room and the camera guy
got to be fired. He knew what he was doing.
I got Aaron Glenn asleep at the wheel in the box right now, and then the director was like, "All right, let's go to Aaron Glenn."
I know, and the booth, they're like, Aaron Glenn looking over, and he's like literally asleep like this, and then like 2 seconds later, he's like, "Oh, what's going on?"
It's like Francesa.
I was just about to say that it was 100% a Francesa move. Like it is like, I don't know if it's boring you that much, dude. God. Like we don't need you here. Like we can get it. We can get another head coach. That's not Frank.
Speaking of Francesa, when we get to the WBC, every time we mention the WBC, I do want to play the noise of that guy calling him and being like, "Oh, you're gonna watch? Or you think why isn't DeGrom pitching in the WBC?" He's like, "Oh, you're talking about the World Baseball Classic?" Yeah, I would have watched that if it was in my backyard. And this was back when no one was playing in the WBC.
Yeah. I mean, now we got some names. I don't want to, derail the baseball, but fucking Scooble going against Great Britain. What are we doing? We don't need you.
You know that's Boris. You know that's Boris.
We don't need you for that game.
In a contract year,
I love the guy. That's the guy on Twitter. Did you see the top tweet? The guy was like, "I could pitch that game. We need you for the DR bud. DR Japan."
Yeah. I could pitch that game. Come on. I mean, Great Britain's got a good catcher in Harry Ford, who's with Washington right now. So buy stock now in Harry Ford.
Congrats. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I know. You got one guy. We got a mega team over here.
All right. Fair enough. Yeah, I feel like the pitching's always going to be an issue, no matter what, just because you don't want guys' arms falling off by opening day.
I think Nolan McLean's going to eat a lot of innings, dude. I think he might be a guy they're just like, you're young, just go.
Yeah, that's going to be frightening, especially for you.
Well, I'm holding
also, Freddie got announced as opening day starter to the shock of no one.
That was a given. Yeah, I mean, come on.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, real quick. I didn't even ask you this real quick. The Stanton stuff, because I know I don't want to take too much time in baseball. You can't even open a bag of chips, dude. Right. I want to hear your thoughts on this.
I mean, as someone that's never had,
dude. When is it going to stop? This is every year
2027. This is it. We're off the Giancarlo Stanton books at the end of next season. So, money well spent? Yes, has to be, dude.
Yeah,
come on,
duh. He's your playoff performer. That's the guy.
Very well spent. The bag of chips thing, it's crazy, but I've never had tennis elbow, so I don't really know anyone that has ever had tennis elbow in both elbows. And if he's struggling, I just think of, I did say this to my friend Kevin, who's a Met fan. He sent me this. I was like, remember that guy at the Met game that went viral? And he was super jacked, and he couldn't open a water bottle to save his life. Couldn't open a water
bottle, yeah.
That's all I could think of. And speaking of the Yankees, real quick, Yankees retiring CC Sabathia's number in September.
Rightfully so.
Very well deserved. There's a lot of people that are like, no. I'm like, yes,
grow up,
dumbass.
Come
on, grow up.
He played his kid a bunch in travel ball, by the way, before he grew to 7 feet tall.
Yes, I believe he's with Georgia Tech.
He played at Bergen.
He did? Okay. Yeah, but I'm saying CC Sabathia is probably the best Yankee pitcher that I've seen their full Yankee career. And I did say
Tanaka
that
was shortened, but yeah.
CC's the best. CC
Yeah.
is the best Yankee pitcher that I've seen in full. I think it goes. Honestly, I think it's CC Cole. The only thing that's stopping Garrett Cole is a World Series.
Yeah, he's got everything
That's
else.
he's got everything else. He's got the Cy Young. He's got fucking how many? He's won
Where's Tanaka?
Probably third. Yeah, probably third. But yeah, CC. I can't think of a better. I would assume that this would be the last number to be retired until Judge.
Yeah, I would think so.
Just because we're running out of numbers.
Yeah, and I think with the CC thing too is like you could hate all you want, but like I'm a Mets fan. That guy was a hell of a teammate as a Yankee. Like he stuck up for his guys. I remember when he lost his bonus because he hit a dude.
And he ended up getting it anyway, but yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm saying like he potentially forfeited it because he wanted to stick up for his teammates. Like that's a guy who deserves to have his number retired. Like if anything, like that's.
The thing though too, when we signed him in 2009, that rotation was dead, and I know we got Burnett, but in 2008, that rotation is what set us back. In 2008, that's why we didn't make the playoffs. When we got CC, that set the tone immediately, and
kind of rebuilt the Yankees.
Guided us to a World Series. I mean, I know we got Teixeira and Swisher too, but that's what guided us to a World.
It starts in the rotation.
Guided us to a World.
Starts and ends in the rotation.
Absolutely. All right, let's go to football. Talking some quarterbacks, because what's better than talking football? Talking quarterbacks, duh.
In February.
In February, yeah. So they were meeting up with the combine. Some nothing really NFL draft centric. You know, the combines usually when the GMs and the head coaches are all in the same space together. They talk trades, they talk free agents. So let's start it off with Kyler Murray. He has entered the everything is on the table tier. Monty, I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name. Cardinals GM, talked to him at the end of the season. They haven't spoken since. He's going to be a prime trade candidate. And Tim, I'm afraid for your sake that he might be a New York Jet.
Well, the unfortunate thing is we're talking quarterbacks now. Every single one of these guys is going to be linked to the New York Jets at some point. So I think, you know, this one there's a little more buzz than the others. I'd hate it. I'd actually hate it so much.
Well, you say that, but he's got, I mean, his quick game's elite. Like he's almost like a point guard. He can, he distributes the ball well. Like he can get it deep into his progressions fast. I believe there was a stat. I think it was like 2 point. Yes, there was an example that I saw on the Ringer in week 3. He got to his 5th read against San Francisco in 2.3 seconds, and then took a check down that went for positive yardage. Like that's great processing as a quarterback.
Yeah, and the intangibles, like that's all great. But my thinking is like, are we that much different than the Cardinals? Like, I understand there's going to be a new scheme and everything, but you're putting in a position that's sort of similar to what he was in. And, like, I don't know if the outcome is going to be any different. Like, I don't mind winning, like, 6-7 games and you're flirting around that, but I kind of need someone with a little more pedigree. Personally, I
think the Call of Duty thing ruined him. Because I think that there's something there with Kyler. There's something there.
He should have played baseball.
Where for the Vegas, him, Nick Kurtz.
That outfield would be stacked, dude. He batted .330 at Oklahoma with like 20 bombs. He was a 7th overall pick for a reason. Like he should have stayed.
Clark.
Like they would have been high.
Who
dude.
else?
Yeah, like that's a good team, dude. You got a good outfield there.
Had Kyler Murray there. Langoliers, yep. Yeah, but I just think the Call of Duty thing that kind of ruined the perception of him because I think he's a good quarterback. Like he makes the right plays, like checks that, but it's just, I don't know. The size is definitely an issue, and the perception of him is definitely an issue. If you do trade for him, it's going to cost you. Arizona wants a first-round pick, and
is he worth that?
The acquiring team would owe him $36 million guaranteed and a $46 million annual value.
Like, that's a lot. I mean, that's a lot for a guy who doesn't, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like you're taking, I understand, like, he's been in the league for a while, like, he's shown flashes, but I don't think he has that game-breaking ability, like.
You know why I don't think this is a big deal as people think? He's 2 years older. He's only 2 years older than Tyler Shuck and 3 years older than Bo Nix.
Yeah, he's not that old.
He's not old. He's not that old. And people are writing him off so quickly. Gets to a new team. There's a shot. Like that's
But I think Sam Darnold kind of put this thing in all of our heads that, a lot of these guys can revive their careers in other places. Like, he was put in a fantastic position in Seattle. Like, that defense was unbelievable. The Jets have a lot of holes that they really need to figure out before going the season. Like, it's not a completely structured team where you can kind of just put a quarterback in and you don't really need to do anything else. Like, we've given you the tools. Like, you could figure this out. We'll help you figure it out along the way. But like, we're giving you every, the best chance possible. I don't know necessarily if the Jets are the best situation for that right now. Like, plugging in a guy and being like,
I think that the big picture here, he rises the ceiling if the environment is good. Like, if he gets traded to a team with a good offensive line, great weapons, he could be like, that could be a top 15 team in terms of just production. And in a passing league, well, not necessarily anymore, but you know what I mean. If it's in a passing league, that could be something like that. That's a risk worth taking.
Yeah, I understand that. And again, like, I wouldn't love it at first. Like, maybe he would win me over, but there's also that stability question. Like, is Aaron Glenn even going to be here by week 8? Like, you bring in Kyler Murray, and we lose like,
exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We lose like 7 games. It's like, now we might go a whole different direction. Like, I don't know. I think I would like a guy with less AAV, someone you're kind of just taking a flyer on and draft a guy to maybe mold into that position for, years down the line. I don't know if I necessarily want to, put my knife in that steak of Kyler Murray and kind of have that lingering contract. We just did that with Justin Fields, right? We just owed him $20 million guarantees.
Yes, we'll get to him in a bit. Let's go right now to Malik Willis.
The other one.
All of a sudden, Malik Willis is the most coveted free agent quarterback out there. He's projected to make at least $30 million a year, close to that Sam Darnold contract, and the rise of him has just felt so unexpected. The Packers got him first. The Packers got him for a 7th round pick. There's a tiny sample, but the production is massive. It's almost like the efficiency. He's at 0. He's got a 0.41 EPA, 9.1 YPD. What the hell does that mean?
Yards per drive.
Find that.
No, that makes no sense.
Because if it's 9,
yeah, that makes no sense. Yards per down.
Yards per down, or close to that. Yeah, yards per down. He's averaging 9 yards per down. Like, I hope that is. Like, that is, if that's a full season, that's MVP level efficiency in very limited time. And now the question is, limited. Heavy emphasis on the limited. Now the question is, he played in a heavily schemed play action offense under LaFleur. If he goes, he's probably going to go somewhere else because he's warranting this much money. Can he thrive in a true like drop back system? But the big concern with him, dating back to his time at Liberty, like, he did have trouble seeing over the middle of the field. The ceiling's real, but paying top dollar for a guy that has dropped back in the NFL just close to 100 times is a major gamble, and you have to be so sure that he's your guy.
Yeah, and my thing is the Jets sometimes rush things, and I feel like they may be willing to rush into something like this, and I don't love that. I really don't. Again, I want a guy with some more pedigree, but I want to ask you, like, what is the team you see possibly, paying this much money to bring in Malik Willis? Like, I'm kind of thinking of teams here.
I look to the two teams with LaFleur blueprints or fingerprints even. Miami comes to mind with Jeff Hafley. He was the defensive coordinator of the Packers. Their GM was the assistant GM in Green Bay as well. I also look to Arizona. If they're getting rid of Kyler Murray,
going to say. That's what I was just going to say.
They could get Malik Willis. Matt LaFleur's brother is the head coach there. Nathaniel Hackett has some LaFleur ties as well. I believe he's going to be the offensive coordinator, or he's on the staff at least. I could be very wrong. Maybe
the
good
Steelers?
For you, Malik Willis, but maybe it depends on Aaron Rodgers. But I'm tired of talking about Aaron Rodgers in 2026.
Aren't we all?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I think Kyler might be the first domino to him even, but it seems like he's going to get cut. And
The cap is too much.
mean,
Like,
we
no one's
aren't
going to want to
really.
take that.
Yeah, the cap hits too much. No one's gonna want him. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with Malik Willis. Okay, Justin Fields. I think
It
Muji
might be
said it
over.
best. Muji said it best. Yeah, Justin's on the roster. He's on the roster, and I think that's
You fucking kick
probably
returner.
the nice thing about Fields' contract. Like, there's no like trigger dates. There's no like, oh, if he makes it to OTAs, you owe him this much. Oh, if he makes it by
Because it's
if
$20
he
million
makes
guaranteed. Like, we give him money again, guaranteed. Like, up front, he's getting all of it anyway.
Yeah. So you can take your time with handling this situation. So there's no like bonuses that get triggered soon. So that
But if we get rid of him, who wants him?
no one.
That's my thing. Like, I think he's just.
Yeah.
I think his time in the NFL may be done. Like, it may be done,
I think you just got to drop him at that point. Yeah.
maybe take a role as a backup somewhere. But I just don't think he's a starting quarterback anymore. Like, I just think that ship has sailed.
I don't think so either. Another major story. We're going to talk about this at length. Minnesota, don't do it. That's all. That's all I'm going to say. Don't do it. Just don't call the ex-girlfriend. Just don't do it, because they're exploring all options. Kevin O'Connell said JJ's the guy. And here's the thing.
He's not the guy.
Here's the thing, though. This is a make or break year for JJ McCarthy. Absolutely. And there's no way, like, we saw what Kevin O'Connell did with Kirk Cousins. We saw what Kevin O'Connell did with Sam Darnold. We saw what Kevin O'Connell did with Daniel Jones, and it was shown in his year with Indianapolis before the Achilles injury. Kevin O'Connell must see something with JJ McCarthy, because there's no way that this guy who has fixed all these quarterbacks throughout the league is sitting
Can't
in a
figure
draft
this one out.
war room. There's no way that he's sitting in a draft war room and doesn't have a say on who they're taking at quarterback.
He 100% has to.
Absolutely has to. So, I mean, it is a make or break year, but here's the thing. He's missed time. Even Kurt Warner, questioned, can this guy, really throw the football? He questioned,
it doesn't
his
look good.
natural
It doesn't look
ability.
good. It looks terrible.
It doesn't look good. But, I mean, I think that the teams need, and especially now, let's all be honest, Minnesota they are a competent quarterback away from competing for a Super Bowl. I'm not saying
they got
that
rid of it.
win. I'm not, but they didn't want to pay that money, and I don't blame them, especially when you had McCarthy. I don't blame them.
I get it. Yeah, but why? Right?
Because especially with that narrative with Darnold was he couldn't win the big game. Because those last 3 games, the last 3 games of the year, they played good teams and they got their ass beat. So there was that. And I get that you didn't want to pay that money. That's fine. You wanted to bump up McCarthy, see what happens. I feel like you knew it was going to be an experimental year this year. But
more than an experimental, dude.
I didn't think that they expected this being the narrative going into this season. And now, do you go
you backtrack 3 years, Stan. This is not the position they thought they would be in.
Yeah, this is not the position that they thought that they'd be in. And now, do you look to a veteran? Do you bring back Kirk Cousins? Because the Falcons are planning to release him when the new league year starts. Do you go back to Minnesota?
Dude, he can't throw the football anymore.
And that's another guy that can't throw the football. He had 21 interceptions in limited work since 2024.
It's give me Drew Brees type kind of thing where the arm is just giving out on him.
And now, I get that you want stability at quarterback.
Is that stability really Kirk Cousins?
You cannot bring back a guy that I feel like you're just chasing ghosts.
Yeah, you're clinging on to something that isn't there. It's just not there. Let's let the ship sail and let's move forward. This is the direction you're going in. You got to stick with it. This is what you put yourself in this position. You got to stick with it.
And then last but not least,
quick. Yeah, well, I don't know if your last one's Anthony Richardson, but where do you think he ends up?
It is not, but he could be a Minnesota guy.
That's what I was thinking. I thought the same thing. I thought maybe you bring him in.
He could be a Minnesota guy. Who knows? So, I mean, Anthony Richardson seeking a trade definitely tells me that the Colts are going to be tagging Daniel Jones.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like that was a given after the year.
Yeah, I don't blame him at all. But this is good. He could be. Maybe you take a risk and go with Anthony Richardson. Have a QB battle going into training camp.
Why not? Like, if putting some competition in that room really brings no harm. I think maybe I'm not saying the Jets are going to do it, but if it's for a cheap price, like, why not bring that in and just bring some
Why
competition in
not?
the room? Like, why not? What's the harm in doing that?
And I believe Richardson. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. No, sorry, I'm wrong. I thought he played under Frank Reich when he was at Indianapolis. He didn't.
No.
At least I don't
Frank
think.
Reich. I think Reich
No.
was out of there.
Yeah, Reich was more than out of there. Okay, C.J. Stroud, last one. Nick Caserio was asked about possibly trading C.J. Stroud at the Combine. He said that is a moronic idea. This is a big year for C.J. Stroud, man. This is a big year.
If it's a bad year, it's yeah.
And he's due for a big extension.
He might not
Major extension. It depends on this year. I mean, here's the thing. On the whole, he's looked like a fringe top 10 quarterback. And in terms of dropback EPA, he finished right behind Caleb Williams, and he's ahead of Burrow, Mayfield, and Trevor Lawrence in dropback EPA. I think that this idea of trading CJ Stroud is just kind of just a media narrative. But if it's bad, and now, like, here's the thing. We did write off a guy that just won a Lombardi trophy.
Right. But Houston was good quarterback play away from probably having a shot at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like, that defense was unbelievable.
That defense, absolutely. And I think, honestly, I just think that everyone's wasting their time at CJ Stroud talk.
Yeah, this is the year. Like, if it doesn't work out this year, then you go into the offseason being like, all right, we might go a different direction. But this year, this is your guy. You got to stick with it.
All right. Good football talk.
February football talk,
I like it a lot.
Baby.
Late February football talk. Love to see it. All right, real quick, we got close to 10 minutes left. College basketball. What a win by the Duke Blue Devils on Saturday night against the Michigan Wolverines. And
I knew you were waiting to say that.
What a fucking win, man. That was such a complete game.
Gutsy
and I will
win.
say,
it was a gutsy win, Stan.
Shout out to my guy, Kruk. He's a Michigan basketball fan, but he's not like live, breathe, or die like I am with Duke. And I was watching this game, I texted him like, this is the most ethical college basketball game I think I've watched this year. Entertainment from the jump. Duke was able to get Ademar, who's going to be a top 5 pick in the draft. By the way, he's definitely going to be a lottery pick. He's 7'3". Michigan runs a lot of lineups. Mara is the common denominator of all of those lineups. And the fact that we got him to have 3 fouls in the first half, took out the common denominator. That was great. Cam Boozer is phenomenal. Just phenomenal. And you look back, Duke does a very good job with like behind the scenes stuff, and they put it out there. They showed the halftime talk. Dude, you got players at the whiteboard, like not like giving players shit, but like giving like other players like constructive, like, dude, like if you do this, like they're doing this, like Isaiah Evans
this
was
game
on the
like
board,
it was a game in March.
Brown was on the board, dude, and it was exactly like it was a game in March. Because here's the thing, because right now Duke is on the fast track to be the overall number 1 seed in the tournament. During the bracket preview show that day, on that Saturday, the chair for the bracket committee said that whoever wins this Duke-Michigan game is on the fast track to be the number 1 overall seed, which means you get preference to what region you're in, and you also get preference to where you played your first 2 games. The other 1 seeds get preference of region. The overall 1 gets preference of region and where they play their first 2 games. Right now, Duke is slated to be in the East region. The East region, the Sweet 16 and the Elite 8 for the East region this year is in Washington, D.C., which is where they played that game against Michigan. So now you have experience playing in Washington, D.C. already at the Capital One Arena. They played the game with the Wilson basketballs, which is the balls that they use during March Madness. Like, this was I know it's cliche, but this was NCAA tournament Final Four game written all over it.
Yeah, this was just like the Olympics. This was a preliminary game, dude. This was like
I have never seen a head coach like John Shire just be like so prepared for this. Like, all right, we're gonna make this an NCAA tournament game in February.
Well, they had to. I mean, that was the only way you were gonna win.
And Duke has always like struggled with the Wilson basketballs, and I was worried. Like I was very worried going into that, and they played pretty damn well. They played outstanding.
It was a gutsy win.
It was such a great win. Also, they fucking dominated on was it Monday or Tuesday? I think it was Monday. They dominated on Monday against Notre Dame, and that was the best thing that they could have done too, because they went from
come
DC.
out slow after a big win.
They didn't go back to campus. They didn't go back.
No, they went straight there.
They had like a day in Chicago where this was Tuesday. They went to Chicago. They went to Wiener Circle. John Shire's a legend in Chicago. They went to Wiener Circle, took a picture. It said, welcome home, White Mike. For those that don't know, John Shire was called White Mike in high school because he was that fucking good. And then, they didn't go back to campus. They went straight from Chicago to Notre Dame, and they fucking beat them by 50. They beat them by 40.
It's a way to do it.
That was the way to do it. Now they play Virginia on Saturday or tomorrow. So they're going to be on the fast track for definitely the ACC regular season title. NC State that Monday, North Carolina on Saturday in Cameron.
Get back against NC State.
We haven't played NC State.
Oh, Texas Tech. I'm sorry, I'm mixing the colors up. My fault.
We haven't played Texas Tech. What do you mean?
What was the game we were at?
Texas Tech.
That's what I'm just saying.
Conference.
No, I know. I was just mixing up the colors. I was just saying get back because we were at the game and they lost. That's why I was. But I was mixing the colors up.
Well, we haven't played North Carolina.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
There we go. I do want to ask you this.
Back against North Carolina.
I did want to ask you this. Is it the band? Who's the one sitting out on minutes restriction right now in college?
Aaron Peterson.
Aaron Peterson.
It's a crazy thing, and I don't, because it's definitely agent driven, and I understand. Are you
kidding me? It's 100% now. This is a business with NIL. It's a business.
I am all for a kid to protect his draft stock, but the whole and this happened. I mean, we recorded after this happened,
hitting the three, looking at the bench, pull me out.
Hitting the three and pointing to Bill Self like I'm out of here is ridiculous. And now he played the entirety of that Houston game. Kansas dominated that game, and that was a big get right game for them, especially after losing to Cincinnati at home like that. So they play Arizona tomorrow, I believe. I could be wrong. I'm too lazy to check right now.
I'll check.
Hey, can you text
Arizona,
Kilk?
4 p.m. Yeah, I'll text him right now.
Could you, text Kilk. Tell him that we're recording right now. We're Kilk's ready to craft up the ladder.
Ladder is in action, baby. The ladder is in action right now.
Ladder's in action. Tell him that we're recording right now. There's going to be some good games. Arkansas playing Florida. Dude, Darius Acuff is so good. We recorded last week during that game. Darius Acuff, Arkansas is going to be a tough out in this tournament just because of Darius Acuff. And they only lost that double overtime game against Alabama because their guys fouled out. Like, it wasn't like they just ran out of guys. Like that was it. It was a double, and Acuff at 49. He's very good. I think I'll light myself on fire if he's a bust in the NBA because that'll be not good if he's a bust in the NBA.
After doing this well in college.
Yeah, God, he's just so... It's appointment TV. Also, real quick, Miami of Ohio. They are looking to be the 4th team to go undefeated going into March in the last 20 years. They will join the likes... they will join the likes of 2015 Kentucky, 2020, 21 Gonzaga, and 2014 Wichita State. That's the Ron Baker, Fred VanVleet team, if I'm not mistaken.
Decent
and now
company.
they're going to get screwed.
Their schedule's easy as shit. I mean, I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. But
here's the thing: they wanted to play good teams, and the good teams said no. So it's not their fault necessarily, but it's a tough scene.
It's a tough look when your schedule's this ass.
I think they need to win out in order to make the tournament, which is so stupid, but here we are talking about it.
I know, yeah. Well, when Buffalo gives you a run for your money, dude, I don't... Buffalo game taking a Buffalo tea, I don't know.
Dude, there was a good stretch where they were going into overtime, last-second shots. There was... It was crazy.
I mean, dude, they play Buffalo. I mean, this is crazy. I don't know why I'm just keep peeping these Buffalo stats for Miami, Ohio, but Buffalo has given them the most problems out of any team.
Yeah, Buffalo's given them hell.
Unbelievable. I don't understand it. They've given him hell. I don't get it.
They've given him hell. All right, moving on to what I saw. Tim, what do you got?
Anyone who's watching last night, Matthew Schaefer, most goals for any 18-year-old defenseman of all time. This kid's unfucking believable. He's unfucking believable.
He's absurd.
He's like, and you can't even hate him because every time he has like an interview, he's just like, I love my family. Like everyone's so supportive. Like he's just like, he's the man.
Can't hate the kid.
Like he was doing.
You can't hate this child.
During Olympic break day, he was going to like Pee Wee teams and like, you know, helping coach on the bench and reading out lineups from like his hometown. Like he was just all over the place, just being an absolute beauty. Like you cannot hate this guy at all. Like he is so perfect. I don't understand it, but like he's just the man and rightfully deserving. He's at 18 goals. He's going to finish with 20 plus. I mean, 18 plus goals, Stan. That's more goals in a season than I think Quinn Hughes has ever had. I think a bunch of like Drew Doughty has ever had, Chris Letang. Like he's in Hall of Fame company already halfway through his rookie season. Like this kid's unbelievable. He's unfucking believable.
I got two. What I saw is both relatively in the same genre. My first one I saw is Traders. Congrats to Rob Roush from Love Island winning Traders. Probably the most dominating Traders game I think I've ever seen. You would like Traders.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
Okay. So they go to this castle in Scotland. It's kind of like Mafia. Kind of.
I don't know what that is either.
So
I don't watch these. Like I'm not like I don't watch any of their shows.
So there's 3 traders, and the rest are faithfuls.
Okay.
So the faithfuls try to find the traders.
Is this Among Us, bro? Like, are we watching? Is this fucking Among Us? Like,
it's essentially Among Us.
You're watching live Among Us.
No, yes, but it's electric because it's like all these like people from like reality. Okay, so the traders murder people. They murder the faithfuls.
So this is literally Among Us. This is an Among Us show.
Yes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, it's Among Us.
All right.
And then each week the faithfuls get a shot to banish the traders to see who the traders is. But the thing is, like, you do like anything and like anybody points at you like you're the fucking traitor and like has like a convincing point. Like, you're fucked.
Yeah.
So
I played Among Us before, I know.
Yeah. So when you get banished, you go to the circle of truth, and you're asked, are you a faithful or you're a traitor? And they say if they're a faithful or a traitor. So the thing with the finale is, like, I think you start with $100,000 in the prize pot, and you do these missions and challenges, and you like add to the prize pot with like how you do in the challenges,
like Beast Game style. Yeah.
Yeah. So when there's 4 people left,
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. When there's 4 people left, you decide like, hey, do we think that there's still a traitor among us, or could we just like call it because you share the prize pot?
Yeah.
But if there's a traitor left, the traitor or traitors get the whole fucking thing. So all fucking season, Rob has been a traitor since day 1. And, like, when you're down to 1 traitor and the game's still going on, like, you recruit people. So you recruited this guy, Eric Nam, who's a singer. So it's down to the final 3. It's Rob Roush, Eric, and Maura Higgins. She's also from Love Island. She's an Irish girl. Maura suspected Eric, but thought that Rob was a faithful as well. So when Maura was like, I think it's you, Eric, Rob was like, oh, shit, I have to get rid of him. So then... And everyone, they got rid of Eric. It was down to the final 2. They were ready. And that's when at that point you automatically call it. Morris says she's a traitor. Morris says she's a faithful. Rob says he's a traitor. It was fucking cinema. Oh my God. She was like, are you fucking kidding me? Like she was so, like she had no idea.
Yeah, I'd be pissed too. You just lost like you lost a ton of money.
A share of $250,000 for $200,000. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And then my other one I saw is Survivor.
I would knew it.
First step,
man.
Yeah, first
Aileen
episode.
Wants to come on and talk about it. She's watching it right now.
She's watching Survivor.
Yeah, she wants to come on the pod and have a little Survivor. I know you want to have a Survivor segment. I do not know the show at all, so if you wanted to have a segment, she is more than willing to come on and talk about it.
We are short on time right now, but I'll definitely plan it when we get to the merge. If something good happens, then yes.
Yeah, you get halfway through the show, I'll bring her on.
Yeah, premiere was 3 hours. 1 tribal council. What are we doing?
We don't need the 3 hours. We don't need the 3 hours.
If 3 hour episode, fine. it would need like multiple tribal councils. Like I need like people out
It's
of
a
there.
fucking
Like,
Lord of the Rings movie, dude. That's a Lord of the Rings
it
movie.
is. Yeah, it's a Lord of the Rings movie. Yeah, so Jenna Lewis, who is the only original season 1 cast member that's casted in season 50. She just played too hard, too fast. She thought she was like, oh yeah, I know this. Because Tim, hard to describe, and we're very short on time, so I can speed this up a bit. Anyway, after season 40 of Survivor, they took a break because of COVID, and their whole like new mantra thing. So like instead of 39 days, it was 26 days, and like it's when kind of the drop off started. But basically their mantra was like drop the 4 and keep the 1, because this is kind of like a new era of Survivor. So, and the new era play is very different from the old era and whatever. But she was just playing too hard, too fast. Like the challenge hadn't even happened yet. And she was like talking about like, oh, like who are we going to vote out? And it's like, dude, like,
motherfucker, you.
Like we haven't done the challenge yet. Yeah. But
who are we going to vote out? You.
And then one of the 2 winners on the season, Kyle, he had to be medically evacuated due to him tearing his Achilles in a challenge.
Dude, that is.
Yeah.
That sucks. You should do it for money. I remember when my roommate at Cortland tore his ACL playing flag football like that. You're just like, damn, like flag football.
Especially for a winner to go like that too. Like that sucks.
What are you gonna? I mean, what are you gonna do?
I will say I liked it, but it was just very different. Like it wasn't the Survivor that I'm used to. But I still liked it. Like, it just felt like very different.
I've never watched the show, but I'm sure it'll build more on the like. I'm sure this was like an introductory kind of thing. I'm sure it'll build up more.
Because it was like 50th season. You got Probst just being like, "Fuck yeah, Survivor 50."
Yeah, like
we want your best.
All right, let's calm it down.
Yeah, let's calm it down, Probst. Just come on. All right, under an hour. Okay, or just about an hour.
Perfect.
Exactly what we needed. All right, so next week, Tuesday. I'm off Tuesday. Let's do Tuesday.
Yeah, I could do Tuesday because I have an interview on Wednesday, so I can do Tuesday.
Hey, all right, not our full-time job. Anyway, all right, that's gonna wrap it up. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and TikTok. Be sure to like this video on YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube. Be sure to follow us and rate us on Spotify.
5 stars.
5 stars only. We're in the dog days, but we're very close.
We're getting
very close.
NHL playoffs coming. March Madness coming. World Baseball Classic maybe.
This is March. Can't wait. Very excited for March. All right. See y'all later. Peace out.